Fishing attempt 3. Man, I'm rusty at this. So it begins. Looks like salmon season is upon us. Yep, it's another fall. Fall is almost here and we're salmon fishing. Before I get started on the fishing, a couple really quick announcements. First, we just had our spade casting clinic, and thank you for everybody that joined us. I hope you found it useful and you got a lot of information out of it. It's always good to see some of you, and I hope to see you on the river. And if you have any problems, just let us know. We'll help you with the casting. We'll also be doing that clinic again next year, so if you're interested, we're starting an emailing list. It's never, if you want to be reminded when we start taking confirmed bookings in June, just get us on our list, and we'll send out a reminder at that time, and then you can just, so it'll be the last, we always hold that the last weekend of August. So whatever the date is for next year, it's the last weekend of August. So that's going on. The other thing is we do, between my team, we do have some late October dates open, some October dates open. So check in with us on that. If you're coming up, it's always a good idea to check and see if we have some cancellations. We can always put you on our cancellation list. So that's going on. So you want to just check in there and see what's available. So that's up with the guidance. We're going to be on the water quite a bit, so I'm going to try to do a fishing report video at least once a week. I'm going to try to get a couple fishing videos up and some tip videos up the best I can. We're fishing guides, we're on the water a lot, so it's kind of hard for us to get all this done, but we're going to do our best and try to keep a lot of the stuff coming. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, hit the subscribe button, don't forget the bell icon, because we'll be throwing a lot of stuff at you this fall, at least trying to, and you don't want to miss it. And that little bell icon reminds or lets you know when we got something new up. And also hitting the subscribe, it really helps us. So a lot of information is going to be coming at you, including what's going on with the fishing. What is going on with the fishing? Well, for the last probably about week 2 of August, we had some massive rains hit this place. Part of the watershed got over 7 inches of rain in a day. And this river at one point hit 4,000 CFS. Plus it's been cool. Yeah, we got a few salmon. Not a lot, but it can, as the salmon run would go. But for August, that was a pretty good showing. A small handful. I'd have to say there's a small handful of fish in the upper fly zone. There's a tiny little handful of fish in the hatchery. So through the system, there's some fish up. Even I'm in Alice Cove, the upper part of the river right now, shooting this video. There's been some fish up through here in the past. So there's an odd fish or two scattered about. Not a lot of concentration, just an odd fish or two. It's the type of thing where you want to cover the river while it's still green and quiet, and you got to swat a mosquito, and you don't have hordes of people. Yeah, you fish smart, fish hard, you might actually get a tug on a Chinook. So that's what's going on right now. Now that's probably all about to change in the next 48 hours. Because as of shooting this video, the river's still at 185. The Labor Day weekend is just a couple days away. Tonight, as of shooting this video, we're going to go from 185 to 335. So I expect to see a little squirt of fish down in the end of the river. Then the following night, which will be a Friday night, the river's going to go to 750 and it's going to run through the weekend. After the weekend, I don't know. We have a lot of water. I mean, like you said, you might see me taking a swat at a mosquito. We have a lot of water. We're not going to run out this year. And it's been rainy and it's been cool. Like last night, the air temperature got up to, or dropped down to 44 degrees. River's been fluctuating between the low, or I should say the mid 60s to the upper 60s, so it's been very good water temperatures. The reservoir does not have a lot of heat in it, so things are going to cool fast this year. And we have a lot of water. So we're going to have, I think we're going to be dealing with some high water conditions this fall. I'll tell you in February, but that's I think. Plus, there's a lot of salmon in the lake. The boys that have been fishing out on the lake, trolling, have done very well. They've had a very good May, June, July, and early August. An excellent run. Just recently, it's been getting tough because it's not because of the lack of fish. It's because they've been dealing with some really rough conditions out on the lake. Some big blows, some high water, it's a lake. High waves, a lot of wave activity. They've gotten some days they've been having to deal with like 8-10 footers. So it's been very rough out there. Plus, when you get those blows, the water columns get all mixed up and the fish get scattered. No, we're not melting down. Yeah. The office being us that you have for having an outdoor office. Oh well, back at it. I'll get them later. So it's been fishing. So the lake's been fishing really good. What that tells me with the early run of salmon, the really good fishing out there, that we have a nice population of fish to run. Looks like we're gonna have a good. It's all signs that point to an excellent run of fish, and all signs that point to a good early run of fish, because our early run fish are wild fish. And when we get these August fish like this, it usually tells me that we got a good chunk of wild fish that like to run early. So it looks like we're into a good salmon season. You know, time will tell with this. That's what my little broken magic 8-ball is telling me. That things are looks like we're in for a good fall, especially if we have good waters. So that's what's been going on. Yes, we've been having some good water flows. Yes, we got a small scattering of fish throughout the river. Nothing big numbers, but it's enough to get me pretty excited about the upcoming fall. Now, what I expect over the weekend, when I raise it, I do expect a squirt of fish. Now, everybody says, we're going to get a run of fish, and I always say, over the Labor Day weekend, I always say, yes, absolutely. But it's going to be somewhere between 20 fish and 2,000 fish, and it's usually closer to the 20 fish. This year, I think we're probably going to be, I think we're going to have a nice little push of fish come through on, you know, probably definitely on Saturday when the big water, you know, on the bigger water, probably not so much on Sunday, because, you know, you get a bump of fish and it just throttles down. So it's definitely, you're going to want to focus your efforts on the bottom of the river. The DSR's most certainly going to probably fish good on Friday and Saturday, probably not so good on Sunday. Where if you don't want to fish the DSR, definitely go to the Long Bridge, go to fish like Ballpark, Ice Rink, just below town. All that water is going to fish really good. All that pocket water is going to fish really good, because with this type of water you have, the salmon do not stay in the Douglaston salmon run for long. They move through. So if it's fishing good in the Douglaston salmon run, you know very shortly it's going to be up out of the river, and then you can follow these fish up. So I suspect that, you know, over the weekend, definitely it's going to be a lower river game. Then as things spread, those fish kind of stretch out. The other thing to keep in mind is also, even though we're having some cool weather right now, we've got great water temperatures for this time of year. Next week they are predicting some hot weather, so like mid upper 80s. That's going to really warm up the water temperatures, and we're going to probably see some 70-degree water temperatures in the afternoons from that. My suggestion those days is to fish early morning. Be on the water around 6, fish until late morning, early afternoon, and get off the water and call it for the day. And same thing there in the morning, fish down low. I still would concentrate my efforts lower river, because in the mornings that's where your cooler waters are going to be. So that's what I think is going on for the next few days. So that's about what we got. Once again, hit that subscribe and like. Yeah, always hit the like thing on it. That helps. But hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get the new stuff, because I'll be sending a lot of stuff. And salmon season is here. We're fishing. Hope to see you folks on the river. See ya. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.